everybody, and welcome to another episode of Andrew Rants, the video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world and I bitch and complain about things that annoy me, bother me, piss me off, and drive me utterly insane. Only this time, it's a slightly different story. This time, it involves something that really doesn't piss me off totally, at least not directly, but indirectly pisses me off. Of course, by now you're all well aware of Call of Duty Modern Warfare's latest seasonal update. Yes, this big behemoth of a bitch. Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's dive into this one, shall we? So first off, I, for one, can't stand or tolerate when something has to be a massively huge update. You all know how I feel about updates to begin with. I like them to a point, but when it spends so much time and it's so big of a file that it takes so damn long in order to get it to download, that's a problem. My main beef is mostly with Microsoft and their fucking Windows 10 updates because they constantly are anywhere from 3 to 5 gigs. Do you know how long a DSL connection that goes about 0.1 megabit per second takes to download something that big? Let me cue it up here for you. I could start that at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night. It's just about hitting 90%. I'm not joking. From 6 in the morning to 6 at night. And it just barely hits 90%. I, for one, wish that updates would be a little more compressed and condensed, and then expand the moment you go and open them. You know, sort of like what an exe file is, and sort of like what most compressed zip files are. Better yet, most compressed files are to begin with. How about a file that downloads to maybe a gig at best, which would still take a few hours, but not a tremendous amount of time, and then utilize the functionality of, oh look, upon opening it in the program, boom, Yahtzee, now we're talking. No, this time, however, the update is just so freaking huge. Apparently, from what I've been able to gather online, this massive update, is anywhere from 50 to 68 gigabytes in space. Okay? No, I'm sorry, in size. 50 to 68 gigabytes. Now let's put this into perspective. As many of you who are in or nearing their 30s might know, a crappy floppy disk that we probably all used at some point in school held just about maybe 7 megabytes, if we were lucky. Those are the high-end ones. Mine held about 1.44 megabytes, and they cost me 50 cents at the school, or I could just go and buy my own. Or you could upgrade for $1 and go for a CD-ROM, which could hold about 700 megabytes, at least according to what the CD-ROM says. Then you can go one step further. Go one step beyond, and you could get your hands on a flash drive. Those things can hold a crap ton of data. And they've just gotten bigger and bigger. Now with SD cards, micro SD cards, and all that fun stuff, the size is just astronomical. Long have we gone beyond the days of the 8-bit geeks where 64K of RAM was basically the biggest thing they could deal with. Oh my God, we're talking terabytes of data here. Woo, doggy. We are talking some massive shit. But a 50 gigabyte game update? I'm sorry, that's not an update. That's the whole fucking title. Just downloading to your system. No, let's look at this seriously here for a moment. A 50 gigabyte! 50 gigabytes! Okay? 50! Holy crap. 50 gigabytes. Minimum. And different ones, apparently, for different systems. The PS4 was like 51 gigabytes. The Xbox was like 62, and the PC was like 68. Seriously. I mean, it's just weird here. I'm even looking it up now just to make sure, oh, is this thing massive? Is it huge? Yeah, it's massive, it's huge. It's what the hell? Massive updates. Look, okay, it's an update, but for God's sake, this huge? All right, here we go. See here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1.14 Season 2 update is 60 gigabytes! Oh, but the devs are explaining why in a Newsweek article posted 3 hours ago as of the time of this recording. 60 gigabytes! This is unexcusable. I'm not even going to lie here. This is unexcusable. There is no explanation for this. Unless you're shoving a buttload of features in this, and you're basically combining 18 games into one, there is no excuse for a 60 gig update. Okay? None. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so apparently the patch is weighing in at 51 gigabytes on PS4, 67 gigabytes on PC, and okay, so I'm guessing one must be Xbox. It's just like on PC and then on PC again. So one's got to be Xbox. So I'm guessing 67 for Xbox and 68 on PC. With that kind of data footprint, players may start to think they're re-downloading the entire game again. But here's the thing. Apparently you are. Why are you re-downloading the whole game? No. I'm sorry. This is inexcusable. Okay, there's no... Why are you re-downloading the whole game? No, you shouldn't be re-downloading anything. You're re-downloading the whole freaking... Is this Tony Hawk? There was a Tony Hawk game where you just bought the disc, and that disc forced you to download the whole game. We're back to that again? But through a series of 5 tweets, apparently it was explained the reason for the update's large size and apologized for the inconvenience it passes on to players. Yeah, like the players with slow internet connections or low internet connections, or ones like me, if I would be playing this thing, who have a piss-poor internet connection. Not everyone in the world has Fios. Not everyone in the world has fiber optics. Not everyone has cable modems and are shooting on the web at high frickin' speeds. You see me? I still got my jackass that I'm riding as I surf the information superhighway. Yeah, I'm in the slow lane. You wanna know how slow I am? Slow. Very slow. Iceberg slow. Hell, the iceberg that sunk the Titanic is moving faster than I am. There's a turtle that passes me on the internet every single day, and I say hi to Yertle. It's every frickin' day. But I digress. So what is their BS excuse for this? Hey all, as we push Season 2 live, I want to apologize about the download size of the update. We're constantly trying to fight back against both download size and disk footprint, and in this case, we're resending new asset packs to reduce the overall size of the game. How big is this game that you need to re-download the game to make the game smaller? No, I'm sorry. I want to know that. How big is this game? Is this like a 7 terabyte size game here, and I just wasn't aware of this? How massive is this game? You're re-downloading the whole game to make the game smaller. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's, no, who am I kidding? That's stupid. All right, so what else we got here? In addition to this update, keeping the disk footprint from increasing, we are also taking this opportunity to set up the data, to set up the data up for better overall management to try and keep future updates from being this large. Huh? Even during a season rollout, additionally, in a future update, we're going to also be adding a DLC pack management screen for console users to allow you to pick and choose which DLC packs you want to keep and remove the others to recover more space as well. I'm very conscious of the overall size of MW, and we're doing what we can to minimize this for everyone. Thanks. So that's bullshit. Comic quote bullshit. And just, this is inexcusable. This is bullshit. Oh, we're making the download size bigger to make the game smaller. So you have to re-download the game to make it smaller so that future updates can be smaller, but then you can pick and choose what you want in an a la carte DLC option. Correct me if I'm wrong, morons, and I would like to be corrected here if possible. Isn't that what your stupid season pass and pay us for the DLC signifies by what you can and cannot have? If you don't pay for it, you don't get it? Most DLC is not free anymore. Most companies charge your ass money. The ones that do offer free DLC do it out of the kindness of their hearts, because they got microtransactions coming out the ass that's making them more money than what you're going to be giving them. But no, for this, we can't do microtransactions. That would be wrong and illegal. Oh, yes, but EA can do those out the ass with their frickin' NBA titles. Oh, hypocritical jackasses, a lot of you people. Look, this is insane, okay? For starters, no video game in the history of video game has ever deserved a 50 to 68 gigabyte download. Okay? I'm talking gigabytes here. Goddamn gigabytes. When my internet connection barely moves at megabits per second, what does this tell you? It's going to take me a shit ton of time to download an update this size. I am so glad I don't play this game. But for those of you that do, that have slow internet connections, my heart goes out to you. It really does. This is insane. This is insensitive of them. Oh, we're going to make this massive update. Why bother playing this game anymore then? It's fun. Fun, okay. Let's play the fun game of staring at your goddamn monitor for the next several hours as this thing downloads the update. Yeah, I played that game with Windows updates. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? It's now hour 3 and we are at 15%. Wow! Coming up next, hour 3.5 minutes past and we'll hopefully be at 16%. We are now at 3.5 hours in and we're at 17%. Wow! And we've been stuck at 17% now at 5 hours in, and we're still at 17%. Internet connections at full blast, and we just are not getting anything else. This is insane, okay? I mean, seriously. So, the update data is correct. Okay, the explanation of the update data is correct. Users are essentially downloading one very large update in an effort to make the future ones smaller and more seamless to install later on. But why can't you just compress them smaller or put them in a format that your system could read in the old format to expand them to have the update go? Do you people not understand how to compress files? Do you not understand how the concept of a zip file works? Do any of you people at these game companies understand how computers, game systems, game consoles, and the internet function as a whole? It takes a shit ton of time to download this crap. Okay? But apparently there was a 38 gigabyte update for a game called Days Gone, made its way on the PS4 in an attempt to drastically reduce the title's initial install size. 38 gigabytes is still huge, but 50 to 60 is tremendously insane. This is nuts. I don't give a crap if there's a whole bunch of patches on this. I don't give a crap if there's a whole bunch of... I don't care. Unless this thing is shooting gold out of your game console, there is no excuse... I'm sorry. I apologize. There is no excuse for almost 70 gigabyte freaking download. Okay? There's no excuse for this. This is a middle finger. Oh, but it's going to make things so much easier in the future. Yeah, here's a news flash for you. I can make stuff easier in the future too. I can fix up all my videos to put up on YouTube in one fell swoop. Put them up in general times and schedule when I want them to come out. Oh wait, YouTube does that. Oh wait, hold on. I can fix up a game download to come out at random intervals to allow players access. Certain ones starting from this to this, or from this copy to this copy, who registered it, since you have to do a lot of this shit online now, will be the first ones to get it, and then so on and so forth down the line. Oh, of course, it might piss off people, but if it's going to be a 50, 60, 80, 100, at this rate, we're soon going to hit 1 terabyte update for some of these game titles at this rate. Sure, why not? What the hell? I mean, game consoles just keep coming out, what, every fucking 2 years? There's a new game console. What Sony's limping to the bar with their PS5? They should just come out with the PS Infinity and be done with it. Nintendo still got their Switch. They're raining on to the Switch. And Xbox has their what? Xbox One SX, whatever the fuck they want to call that thing. They should have just called it Kiss My Ass stand is what they should have called it. The Xbox, the Sony, the Nintendos, the PC gaming. You're kidding me. To show me a PC gamer that is going to sit down and deal with a almost 70 gigabyte update. Most freaking Windows updates aren't even that massive and huge. But we're going to have a almost 70 gigabyte. You're downloading the game again. Why not put the game on as a zip file? Have them download the zip file. Compress that sumbitch down. Make it maybe a gig or two. Expand upon, extraction to its full size to install it. Or better yet, figure out a way to pull the data off piece by piece and do it that way. Or, here's an even better idea. Come out with a small update, 1 or 2 lines of code that will allow you to have a better update down the goddamn road. No, it's basically, we just gotta re-download the whole game again. And how many people paid for this? Because this could not have been free. This had to have been a pass or something. How many people paid for this? You've essentially paid for the game a second time. I don't understand the concept of this. I know gaming companies want to make money. Everything in the world's going up in price. So the guy at the convenience store I used to go to told me everything's going up in price. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Everything goes up in price. But there's a point in time between here's how much money we want to make versus how much we're going to squeeze out of your pockets to play a game. Why not just put in microtransactions and make the game smaller and each update smaller? Like, hey, here's update 1.1. Then a couple days later, update 1.2. And have like a string of updates that introduce stuff slowly over time. Nope, bam, gotta give it to them. One fell swoop, massive update, drop the cargo loader. This is insane. And the fact that there are people out there that are falling for this, it's mind-boggling to me. It bothers me that there are people that have been bamboozled and swindled by this, but yet there's nothing we can do. You people have downloaded it. You're playing it. If any of you have a powerful enough connection, this is basically the way to show who the hardcore gamers are versus the gamers that want to be hardcore. And that's horrible. We're all gamers, damn it. It doesn't matter if we have the high-end computers, or if we have the best and powerful PC, or if we have the state-of-the-art game console, a kick-ass chair that shoots lightning and fireballs everywhere. It doesn't matter. You can be a kid with a beefed-up laptop that can handle this type of a game, playing it in an apartment building because that's the best thing you could do. You fixed up that computer yourself. You made it hardcore to handle a game like this, but because your internet connection can't handle the massive download of this bitch, you can't play it now. That isn't fair to anybody. How many people out there suffer from this? How many people out there is this screwing to the wall? But does the game developers care? Hell to the no! Because all they want, that sweet, sweet cheddar. Yeah, that's all they care about. You gotta get the greenbacks, the cabbage, the dineros, the massive cheese pallets here that they have. But what about the gamers? How do they feel? Do you think they have a chance to enjoy a game that they wanted to play? Yeah. After they're done downloading this massive, almost 70 gigabyte update, depending on what your system is, yeah. This basically is shoving the way for a lot of gamers to basically go, well, I guess I should have got the other game system. I have a PC. It's almost 70 gigs. If I would have had a PS4, this could have been cheaper and easier to download. Yeah, so then they're going to go out and want to buy a PS4 so that they can get easier updates down the road. Because they're going to think that this is going to become the new norm. It doesn't matter what you say in your bullshit little excuse for this, because there is no excuse for this. There's no defending this. Oh, we want to make it so much better for everybody in the future. Yeah. Here's something that a lot of people have used to death, including Helen Lovejoy and The Simpsons, but I think it suits the purpose right here. Won't somebody please think of the children? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you find this morally reprehensible, defendable, or do you think this is just a joke that just needs to go away? Let me know what your thoughts are, and until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants.